Unstable desire. Prompted to competition, where be the guardrails now? Threat in sight, will might make right. Hallucinations, taken as prophecy. Destabilized on a middling journey, to outpace, to open chase, to claim supremacy, to reign indefinitely. Haste and paste, control-altering deletion. Unstable desire remains undefeated. The fate of AI, still uncompleted. Responding with fear, responsible AI beware. Prophets do snare, people still dare to believe our humanity is more than neural nets and transformations of collected muses. More than data and errata, more than transactional diffusions. Are we not transcendent beings bound in transient forms? Can this power be guided with care, augmenting delight alongside economic destitution? Temporary band-aids cannot hold the wind when the task ahead is to transform the atmosphere of innovation. The android dreams entice, the nightmare schemes of vice. The nightmares of AI discrimination and exploitation are the lived reality of those I call the X-coded. The X-coded include people like Portia Woodruff. AI-powered facial recognition misidentification led to her false arrest. She was 8 months pregnant, sitting in a holding cell, and having contractions. She is not alone in facing algorithms of discrimination. 3 years before Portia's arrest, Robert Williams was falsely arrested in front of his 2 young daughters by the same Detroit Police Department using dangerous technology. Despite ample evidence of racial bias in facial recognition technologies, we still live in a world where preventable AI discrimination is allowed. We must stop this irresponsible use of AI and make sure no one suffers the nightmares experienced by Portia, Robert, and their families. The X-coded include even more people falsely arrested due to AI. Michael Oliver, Najir Parks, Randall Reed, and others whose names may never make the headlines, but whose lives matter all the same. Keep in mind, no one is immune from AI harm. We can all be X-coded. AI-powered facial recognition is entering more areas of our lives, from employment to healthcare and even transportation. The Transportation Security Administration plans to make face scans the default way to verify your ID to travel in over 400 airports in the United States, potentially leaving you at risk for facial recognition failure and laying down the infrastructure for algorithms of surveillance. Even celebrity cannot shield you from being X-coded, as Tom Hanks discovered when his digital twin made with generative AI was used to promote a service he never endorsed. We need biometric rights that protect our faces and voices from algorithms of exploitation. I stand with artists and writers who are protesting against algorithmic exploitation of their creative work. Companies have received billions of dollars of investment while using copyrighted work taken without permission or compensation. This is not fair. The X-coded include those endangered professions. Your profession could be next. Finally, we must contend with algorithms of distortion. You may hear that AI is a mirror that reflects existing biases and the status quo. Investigations show some AI models, in fact, exaggerate existing inequalities. We are not dealing with a mirror. We are facing a kaleidoscope of distortion. Bloomberg did an evaluation of Stable Diffusion, providing the text-to-image generation model with prompts for high-paying jobs and low-paying jobs. While high-paying jobs were mainly depicted with white men, low-paying occupations and criminal stereotypes were most often represented by people of color. Turns out you can find diversity in some pockets of AI. Critically, algorithms of distortion reverse the slow gains made for greater equality. For example, in the US, women make up around 34% of judges, yet this AI model displayed women as judges less than 3% of the time. These systems don't just excode individuals, they excode entire communities. When technologies that promise to take us into the future reverse the progress made for equality and justice, we must recode the system. We can start with biometric rights. To safeguard against algorithms of discrimination and surveillance, we need biometric protections and restrictions. As I implored President Biden, the rest of the world can learn from the EU AI Act, which has specific restrictions on the use of facial recognition in public spaces. We can prevent police departments from using biased and dangerous facial recognition technologies that have already led to false arrest. If we fail to ban face surveillance, the face may well become the final frontier of privacy. We can address algorithms of exploitation by establishing creative rights that uphold the 4 C's: consent, compensation, control, and credit. Artists should be paid fairly for their valuable content and work, and they should have control on how or even whether their work is used in the first place. This should not be something that happens after the fact as a post hoc opt-out. Often missing from the conversation on creative rights and AI harms is the need for redress. Repair work must be done to right prior wrongs. AI models that have been trained on stolen data must be deleted. This type of deletion cannot just stop at deleting data and the models made with that data, but it must also extend to reconfiguring products built on stolen data and irresponsible models. No company claiming to be a champion of responsible AI can credibly make that claim while profiting from stolen data. As I write about extensively, deep data deletion is a necessary cleanse. We have an opportunity to reset AI on a foundation of fair trade data and ethical AI processes. It's not too late to unmask AI and protect what is human in a world of machines.